When you don't have nobody, it's just you against the system, and they know ain't nobody coming to you, they do some stuff to people. I'm telling you.
This year of 2020 is a year of reflection. Individuals are reflecting, communities are reflecting, states and countries, the whole world is reflecting. And we're looking at the injustices in our society. We watched the George Floyd murder. We saw the protests that came after that. We're asking questions. We're demanding changes. And here at Taiba Foundation, we are serving prisoners and former prisoners, and we see firsthand many of the injustices that are happening and that need to be changed. I had the honor of picking up Taahir after he was released from prison. And before that, I knew him as a student. But after that, he became a good friend, trusted advisor, and we are both working in the nonprofit sector and helping people who are prisoners and former prisoners. But when I picked him up, he was in prison for a long time.
I was in prison for 28 years, and this what happened. With me start working on my case was the first time I got found suitable. My first suitability, I knew when they denied it, okay, now, if they gonna take my date, and when I started reading what they took it for, they basically took it for things that I already was doing time for. It wasn't nothing that I had done new. It wasn't, you understand me, you know, I'm paying my debt for that already. I already paid my debt.
Now, mind you, this was a case where Taahir was not the actual person who committed the crime, but he got the same sentence as the person who committed the crime. And yet after spending 20 years of that sentence, he goes up for parole. And the parole is a promise that the state makes, that if you change your life, if you turn your life around, we will give you the chance of parole. But what happens?
I got denied about 4 times after I got found suitable about 4 times, Shay, and they took it every time. But all these times, though, I'm filing into the courts, though. I'm not letting them, you understand me, you know, because you got a window where you got to get your, you got to get your writ in. If you let this window slip, you can't file now.
Every time they denied him his deserved freedom, he went to fight for it. But he didn't have the resources to go to an outside lawyer. So he went to a fellow prisoner and had him file the paperwork.
After he filed it, then that's when I got on, I think it was the last time they had took my date, which was about 2010, 2009, something like that. They had took it and he filed it. And that's when the order to show cause came back it went to the appellate court. The appellate came back with an order to show cause. When the order to show cause came back, that's when they had the order to show cause to go to be done by Rich Pfeiffer. So he filed that. And then he took it all the way into the Supreme Court. When it got there, that's when they decided to come up with a ruling.
And this is an amazing thing that is happening in prisons. Prisoner-led litigation, where prisoners who spend thousands of hours in the law libraries and they help others, not just themselves, but they help others secure their freedom, and they're working on their own freedom as well.
Case down there freed thousands of inmates. It's thousands. If that case there is used, believe me, that case is used extensively. Anybody that filed a case, I believe, in CDC that went to the board and was found suitable, and then the governor took it, they use in repray in their writ of habeas corpus. So it's thousands of guys that then got out on that case. Not just here in California, but anywhere, in
Really?
every state.
Think about what would have happened if Taahir did not file his case, or if he didn't have access to prisoners who knew the law, who could file the paperwork for him.
If I never filed it, it wouldn't have went nowhere. They had it where they really had a lot of guys convinced that we wasn't leaving out of there unless we left in a pine box. Mm-hmm. Some dudes shake and got found suitable 10, 13 times, and they took their dates from them. They didn't file no writs, though. They didn't file no paperwork.
We've been doing a lot of this work, and it's with the support that you've given us, but we want to expand it. And so we ask for your help in bringing hope to those prisoners who are inside and in seeking justice through prisoner-led litigation.
Why not, you understand me, put your money where, you understand me, it's going to be beneficial to help these people, come back into society and some be better than they were when they went in here. Because it's one thing to make a mistake, but you can't always, be held accountable to where you got to pay for it forever. Allah Ta'ala, you understand me, hey, forgive us. So I'm going to say to the Muslim community, forgive your brothers. help them, you know, give to help them because they deserve it, Shake. They deserve it. I'm a prime example.